what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, and welcome to the very first episode of
Jerry Rigged.
So just like the name entails, this is about jerry rigging. This is about finding the shortcuts and the unorthodox solutions to problems by combining things and altering their purposes to achieve a goal. Now, you guys know I'm into racing simulations, so this very first episode is going to solve a common problem that I have, and that is I don't have an e-brake on my simulator. Now, you kind of want an e-brake when you're playing games like Dirt 3 because when you're going in the corners, you need to lock up the back tires and slide. And I don't have one. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make one. And we're gonna do it with some Vaseline and a toilet plunger. Stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing we'll need for this jerry rig is a stinky board. Now, a stinky board is a controller that you set down on the floor and you operate with your feet. It basically has 4 directional axes, or you can do diagonal also to activate the switches. And you combine those to anything you want in the software, and it's actually really cool. I mainly use it when I'm playing stuff like first-person shooters. I'll use it for duck and reload, just by rocking my foot on the floor. But I need a handbrake for my racing simulator. So I decided that we were going to use this as the foundation to make that happen. And in case you guys didn't figure it out, you're going to need one of these, a bathroom plunger. Now, I wouldn't recommend using one that's all nasty and been used to unclog your turds out of your toilet. I'd get a fresh one. I just happen to have a brand new spare one in a box from Costco that I just haven't used yet. But in an absolute pinch, I suppose you could probably bleach the turds off of it and get away with it.
Use your own discretion.
And last but not least, you're gonna need some Vaseline or Aquaphor, basically, or grease or oil or something to form a seal, to keep a good seal between this and the stinky board, because you're not gonna want your e-brake coming off, you know, mid pull. You can see it already came off the table. It doesn't form a very good seal on its own. That's where this stuff comes in. Alright, well, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, here's how we assemble it. So basically take and clean the surface of your stinky board really well. And you'll notice the metal plate on top's pretty smooth, but it is etched a little bit, so it doesn't form a very good seal. So what I did is I just took some of this stuff here. It's called Aquaphor. It's basically just medicated Vaseline. And then I took my toilet plunger right here. And I just took, you know, a fairly good amount on my finger and just rub it around the perimeter to basically create like a little bit of a gasket. To form a good seal, because if you don't do this, the plunger will just come off in a couple of minutes, sometimes a couple of seconds. But I already did this last night, and applying this, I came up to the man cave after 18 hours, and it was still completely compressed and attached to the stinky board firmly, so it works great. Alright, so now we're just going to line it up with the center here, between all the screws, and this part can be a little bit tricky. Get it to depress all the way down as hard as you can. Hold it there for a second. Just like that. You can see that sucker's on there good. And then what we're going to do is clean up the excess so that it can't slide very easily. Now remember, this is a video series called Jerry Rig, so of course this isn't the best way to do it, and it's, you know, honestly kind of screwed up, but it works. Now, for a more permanent solution, now that I've proven that this actually works pretty well, I'll probably 3D print a bracket that screws down to the top of this that will then hold my pole for my shifter. But the nice thing is the stinky board itself has a very heavy base. It's rubberized. It stays put on carpet and flooring very nicely. And as you can see, now that I got the shifter on here, click, 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 there's my e-brake. Right there. I have a handbrake. You can see it's not sliding around the desk. And it works really well. You can also use it lengthwise if you want. If you want a little bit of a longer pull to activate it. But I personally like it this way because it's a lot lighter activation. You see it only has to move about 2 inches to activate. Now the really cool thing about this is that I've repurposed my stinky board and I can use it as a hand control. And for you stinky board folks that are watching this, you guys should steal this idea and actually make adapter plates. You guys should make see this entire plate on the top of the stinky board? I would love to see it if you guys made that plate replaceable and you actually made a secondary plate that actually had a handle on it, like a jet fighter pilot stick or something like that. That would be awesome. I realize it's not analog, it's not going to be good for a flight simulator or something like that, but as far as something that you can just set next to your desk or next to your simulator and easily use it to have 4 axes adjustable, I can see that of being a lot of use in a lot of different games and simulators. But if you guys end up doing it, you have to at least say thank you, okay?
Because you gotta be polite.
That is how you build a handbrake out of a toilet plunger, a little bit of lube, and a stinky board. And the coolest thing is it's appropriately named a stinky board because it's got a toilet plunger on it. Lols.
Ow, ow, ow.
Alright, so now you can see I'm sitting on my race simulator right here. So, shifting through my gears, going into a corner. I just pull back. That's my brake. That's all it takes. There's the click. I can move it anywhere I want. Put it right there, for instance. If I want it closer to the shifter, then I can just reach over. E-brake, e-brake, shift, shift, shift. E-brake, e-brake. And then if I want, I have 2 more directions I can bind to that and that. So if I wanted to do something else like honk my horn or something like that, I could do it over like that and then full back. But you can see it moves around a little bit, but it doesn't move much. So as long as you're not beating on it and you know, grab it and just pull it back, it works great. You can even slap it. You don't have to worry about it moving around on you. So, you know, shift, 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 go into a corner, e-brake, let go, shift, shift, e-brake. I know it's funny as hell, guys. It's a freaking toilet plunger, but it works. It absolutely works. All right, let's actually try it in Dirt 3. All right, guys, so we got Dirt 3 open right now. I have the controller hooked up right down here where you guys can see it. That's my e-brake. That's my normal shifter. The only thing I noticed is that I could have the handle be a little bit longer, but again, I could just get a different plunger, or I could just use a different, like, stick or something to get up here. Doesn't matter. Jerry-rigging it. So let's take it for a spin. Right now I can hear it click. It's got a nice click enforcement, so I know it's doing its thing. All right, so put it into gear. Here we go.
60 over bridge. Left 3, keep in.
3rd gear, 4th gear. Just slow down. Pull my e-brake. Yep, puts it sideways. Right here, little e-brake. A little too much. You can see it works though. See, watch, when I pull it, the car is sideways. The e-brake is working. All I had to do was go into settings, and right now I have it through the software bound to keypad number 4, and I just went ahead and bound it to e-brake, and that's all you had to do, and it'll work in any game because it's basically just emulating a keyboard key. There we go, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, coming up over crest. There we go. These are all pretty mild turns, so I don't need any e-brake. Coming through here, I'm going to hug the inside a little bit. Go up to 5th. Okay, we're getting ready to come up to hairpin. Okay, so there's our hairpin. Downshift, downshift, downshift. Pull the e-brake. A little too much. I could have carried a lot more speed in there. This is my first time. I haven't really practiced at all. There we go. Whoa! Very touchy e-brake. But that's what you want, you know, when you're going into a corner and you're understeering, you want to pull that e-brake and get your nose end around. See if we can do a little bit better job here. There we go. We'll do the same thing right here. Give it just a little tap. See if we can find a real hairpin. Don't need it. Don't need it. Oh, there's the finish. Turn it sideways. But you can see it works good. I mean, it is a little soft because it's a plunger, but there's your engagement point right there, guys. I mean, that's where it engages, and it works good. Now, some of the modifications I do with this is maybe put a piece of wood under the plunger just to make it a little bit more rigid. That might be something I'd try. Add a little weight to the back of it just to make the engagement a little crisper. That's the cool thing about jerry-rigging is you can just keep playing around with it. But its basic form, it works really good, guys. There we go, little e-brake. There we go. Here, we'll e-brake this one. You can hear the wheels lock up. Hopefully the microphone's picking that up. There we go. 3rd gear, 4th gear. Don't even really need e-brake. Oh, here we go. Here's a good e-brake one. A little crazy. Oh, I got a guy right up my chuck. There we go. Let's give it a little tap with e-brake. Just to slide it. And a little tap of e-brake right there. A little slide, a little taparoo. There we go. There we go. Now, an e-brake, or otherwise known as a handbrake, because we're doing the handbrake here, is very important when you're rally driving, because there's a lot of corners that the car just doesn't have the steering lock. Whoa! To go around, you need that e-brake to bring the tail end around. Now, if you're really, really good, you can actually just trail brake a little or left foot brake into it and bring the back around if you've got enough speed. But the e-brake works even at really low speeds. It might seem like this video is a joke, but I am going to continue to use this as my e-brake because it does work good and it's simple. You can see even at low speeds, look how easy it brings the back end around. So right here, I'll just do a couple little taps. Oh, a little too much. And for you guys that are wondering, this is a Thrustmaster T500 RS wheel with a hub adapter with a Sparco racing wheel attached to it. I have the Fanatic Club Sport V2 pedals, and I'm using the TH8 gated shifter, and I'm using the toilet plunger and Vasoline Stinkyboard e-brake. There we go, we're gonna e-brake this, guys. There you go. Oh, didn't correct fast enough. But you can see the e-brake's working. It's engaging, it's doing what I tell it to. It goes back to a predictable location so I know where it is with my hand at all time. It just works, guys, it's awesome. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna do LA Coliseum, which has a lot more e-brakeable turns and a Group B car that has a lot more power. So hopefully we'll get a lot more use out of the e-brake on this course. Alright guys, here we go. Group B, baby. Ooh, way too much. Doesn't take a lot of e-brake, just a little tap is all you need. See, it brings that tail end out as soon as I do it. So jump, whee! See if I can get these guys. Oh. Out of the way, guys. There we go. Oh, that would have been a really good one to e-brake on. Okay, a little bit of e-brake. Bring it around. Alright, let's see if I can e-brake this one proper this time. There we go. That's how you do it. Just a tiny little tap of e-brake to get the tail end out and ride it around. Nice. I'm getting the hang of it now. You just got to get used to where the e-brake is. Like, this is my first time ever having an e-brake on the simulator. Here we go. Nice little tap, brings it around nicely. I love Dirt 3. This is a great rally game. The menu system sucks and it's really annoying, but the game itself is actually good. And having actually driven rally cars in real life in Dirtfish Rally School, I can tell you the physics are actually decently accurate. Attaboy, buddy. Attaboy. Alright, get ready on that e-brake. Here we go. Little tap. Nice. Yeah, rally driving's so much more fun when you actually have an e-brake. Here we go. Works great. I love the Ford RS200. This car is a beast. Come on, baby. Little tap of the e-brake. Third gear. Yeah. Woo! Alright, we're getting the hang of this now. First place. Woo-hoo-hoo! Alright, well, you guys are probably thinking at this point, har, yeah, funny joke, Barnacules, this is really funny, but truth be told, guys, this is exactly the type of stuff that I want to do with this jerry-rigged episode. Let me know if you guys like it. I've got a lot of ideas for crazy, crazy stuff. But the thing about it is the Stinkyboard is an awesome peripheral. It's great to use with your feet when you're at the desk and you're doing FPS and stuff, but it didn't have an application with my racing simulator. I needed an e-brake. And all it took was a plunger, a little bit of Vaseline, and some creative thinking on how to jerry-rig this Stinkyboard and turn it into a functional handbrake. And you can hear it. You can hear that click. You saw it in the video right before this. It actually works, and it works quite well. And it works in all 4 directions. So you can actually bind well, technically you could even bind diagonal if you wanted to, but you can bind all 4 directions, no problem. So it gives you 4 extra controls that you can operate with your hand on whatever simulation you're doing. Like if I was doing like my flight simulator, I'd put it on the floor next to me, and this would be like gear up and gear down, or maybe like throttle up and throttle down. I could also use it to adjust and trim my flaps. Now granted, it's not an analog control, but think about it. If you think outside of the box, you could take like an old joystick, put a piece of PVC pipe over it, glue a base to it so that it's stable, put it on the ground, and then your joystick, you'd actually have an analog stick. So I'm probably going to do that in a future video too, because I was thinking I could take one of my old joysticks, put a piece of PVC pipe on it, make a base, stick it in my Oboto Revolution racing seat, and I would actually have like an old style World War II fighter plane like between the knees stick. So there is a lot of really cool stuff that we can do with these controllers. So the neat thing is this breathed new life into my Stinkyboard. If you have one of these Stinkyboards, this is a great idea. Now you obviously don't have to use a toilet plunger. The toilet plunger was something I just had handy, and it's what actually gave me the base idea. Was when I was playing with the plunger, I looked at the Stinkyboard and I was like, wait a second, I could make an e-brake out of that. But the truth is, it just opened up a whole bunch of other possibilities, because I could also go get some PVC, pull these screws out of the plate, make my own mounting plate, and I could make a much more solid working option. I could also put a larger base on this if I wanted to by taking out some of these screws, putting a piece of wood on there to make it even more stable, and permanently mount it to the simulator if I wanted to. But I like this because now, if I want to take it off, I just grab it, slide it off, it loses suction right as you slide it off, and now all I have to do is wipe off that Vaseline, and I've got my Stinkyboard back, and now I can use it in Call of Duty for face stomping people and reloading my gun. So hopefully this video gave you a nerdgasm, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Jerry Rig. Leave your comments down below if you like it. I'll keep on producing this episode, probably on a bi-weekly or monthly basis. This video was a hell of a lot of fun to make. I actually really like this series because Jerry Rig and stuff's kind of what I do. I like kind of finding unorthodox, cheap, crazy ways to just prototype and throw stuff together to solve problems. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.
Hey guys, look, it's the world's most awesome arcade stick. You can play Street Fighter with this.
Oh yeah, and it doubles as a ring toss.
I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys.